the last thing I want to talk about, which is a super important thing and probably something I'm so concerned about, I see it all the time, is heat. What people don't seem to understand is that dogs don't sweat. So if it's kind of warm and humid for us, it's way too warm and humid for your dogs. They don't sweat. So what I always want to tell people is go out on a hike with saran wrap on and see how well you can cool yourself. And not that it's that severe for dogs, but it's similar to that. So what I recommend to people is just simply to avoid the heat, and especially be aware when we have humidity that dogs can't cool themselves well. I never recommend mountain biking or roller skating with your dog alongside unless they've had a ton of training and you're in an area that's super safe, and you and your dog both have had a lot of training on this. When I see people riding with their dogs alongside, it's really tough. The dogs will exercise themselves to death. They'll actually do anything they can to keep up with you, and will get to the point of heat exhaustion and can die from this. We see it every summer in the practice. Something that really could be avoided. So the things about heat, again, just to be aware, is make sure you have water with your dog. Go in times when it's not quite so warm out. Bring water so they can drink every 15 minutes. Let them cool off. If they start to get overheated, you're going to see them really panting, with a really wide mouth, and those are signs that they are getting overheated. The normal temperature for a dog is 101, and when we've seen dogs in severe heat stress, they get up to 109, and this is when they start to actually fry their organs in their brain. So, and they will do that if you run them hard, or have them chasing you, or just out on a hot day and they're not in shape. So again, if dogs are super fit, just kind of like people, and they're out doing some exercise and they're used to it, they can handle a little bit more. But if this is a weekend warrior dog or a dog that's overweight, be especially careful with the heat. One other thing about heat is the pavement and the sidewalks and such do really heat up in the summer, and their little feet don't have any special protection against the heat. If you can't put your own foot on it, it's too warm for your dog's pads. Otherwise, they're going to get burnt and abraded, and that's really painful for the dog because they can't, of course, get away from having burnt feet. So just be careful with that. Be careful, talk to the kids if the kids are taking them out, to have them be careful with being on the hot pavement, and especially if the kids are taking the dogs out on hikes and such, just to have a conversation with them beforehand to make sure the dogs are safe.